My name is Hector Hernandez, and I will be explaining the 5 different DynaSCAPE features I have learned in my Hort 120 class, which includes model space, polyline, layers, figures, and the plant labeling tool. Model space is the space that is used to create drawings. To make the process easier, you can insert a template into the model space to be able to trace over it with the figures and shapes you needed. These tools would be on the quick start, which includes lines, polylines, circles. Before inserting the image onto DynaSCAPE, you must put the template onto a 1:1 scale, which is a real life scale. They also ask you before placing the drawing down. By doing so, you will need to select a sheet size and print scale, because this is what will be printed at the end of anything beyond the print line will not be captured. In the computer software DynaSCAPE, you are allowed to create many lines with different points by selecting the polyline. There are 2 different options in polylines, one being an open polyline and the next being a closed polyline. The closed polyline are usually used to make different shapes, and they are able to be moved around by the grip edits to make smooth arcs in the line or adjust lines to connect. The polyline also helps to make curvilinear paths instead of using the arc tool. The steps to creating a polyline is setting up as many points as needed and then right-clicking to close the shape. Polylines are also used to creating a temp layer in order to able to add stepping stone patterns on pathways and being able to trace around the furniture figures to not have the stepping stone pattern on top of it. Layers. Layers are used to separate the many colors that are added to organize the drawing onto the model space. DynaSCAPE includes many pre-made layers in the software. There is also the ability to add more desired layers by clicking the Edit Active list. You are also able to turn layers on and off. It can even lock them. Even though the layers are pre-made, it is still possible to change the color or name of the layer. DynaSCAPE includes 2 different color options. One is for the model space, and then the other one is for how it will be printed. Figure. Figure is another feature that is included in DynaSCAPE to add many different objects onto the model space drawing that are already pre-made onto the software, such as water features, benches, and cars. When inserting these features, there is no need to change the layer you're in because the figures will automatically be moved to their own layer that is already assigned. In order to correctly adding the image to the drawing, you have to go to the figures option and select the specific figure. Once that is chosen, you must left click 3 times and then right click to finish it off. The 3 left clicks are for positioning, rotating, and sizing. The plant labeling tool is used to be able to add different plant ID names to plants you have been selected onto a landscape drawing. There is also a feature that allows you to create an entire list of the plants that have been identified. These include the common names, the botanical names, and the number of plants that are together. You can find this species of plants that you desire by searching it in the database tool that is included into DynaSCAPE, which comes with information about the planting zone. Once naming a plant, you have 2 options into picking the quantity of the plant, which is by hand counting them or by using the auto count feature that selects the plants that are put together. AutoCAD versus DynaSCAPE. The main difference between AutoCAD and DynaSCAPE is that AutoCAD is a non-industry and DynaSCAPE is industry, as it is tailored towards landscape. Also, AutoCAD includes a model and paper space, while everything is done in model space in the DynaSCAPE software. DynaSCAPE also includes a plant labeling tool, and a great advantage that DynaSCAPE includes is being able to set the 1:1 before you start drawing, not like AutoCAD that includes many other multiple steps. Industry versus non-industry. When using industry softwares, they are only used for specific softwares. For example, plant labels will be just used for landscape industry, while having non-industry software such as AutoCAD that does not just go to one specific industry and can be used all around, since it is a diverse software that includes features that could be used to create anything. Overall, DynaSCAPE includes 5 different features such as model space, polylines, layers, figures, and plant labels. Model space is used to create your drawing on a 1:1 scale on a template to make the design process faster. Polylines can be made open or closed depending on what you desire to create. By closed polylines can help you create shapes. Arcs can be smoothed out by the grip tools. Layers are made to organize your drawings in colors. Figures are used to insert pre-made objects such as tables and benches into the drawing, being able to size them 1-to-1 and rotate them to the right direction. Plant labeling tools help us label the drawing correct in order to see what type of plant you have inserted, which is also an industry software. AutoCAD and DynaSCAPE both include some similar features, but the main difference is that DynaSCAPE was made for the landscape industry.